In this video, we're going to look at two methodologies to combine drop-down menus and hyperlinks. In the first one, you will select something in the menu, and then you will have another cell. You click on it, and you automatically go to the right page. In the second methodology, we're going to go one step further. So we're going to embed the hyperlink within the cell where you have the drop-down menu. So let's go. So what do we have here? I have 4 sheets. Each one has some sales data and a graph. You can see them here. If I go to the main sheet, we have the names. In the first methodology, I'm going to create a drop-down menu. And based on your selection, here you will have a hyperlink. You click and it will go to the right sheet. So let's start with the drop-down menu. Here we're just going to select the cell. We go to data. We have data validation. Let's select a list. And for the source of the list, those are the names. Let's press on OK, and now we can select, for example, North. Here we're going to use a formula called address. I'm sure a lot of you don't know it. I'm just going to show you how it works. So if we use address, you can see it here, open parenthesis. We need a row number and a column number. Assume that I want to go to cell A1 in each of the sheets. So the row for A1 is 1, obviously, and the column is A, so it's the first column. Then you have apps number, you have A1. Those two are optional parameters. I don't want to use them. So I'm going to put a comma. I'm not going to use anything here. Another comma, nothing, and then a comma. I have the sheet text, which is my sheet name. And the sheet name is here. So I can just select it from here and close parenthesis, press enter. So here you can see how I'm getting North and then A1. I need to replicate this in a hyperlink formula. But let me show you something. This is just a trick. If I go to East River, you can see that now we have a problem. We have here apostrophes, one before East and one after River. So what it means is that in my hyperlink formula, I always have to use apostrophes. And there is another thing you need to know. We need to start with a hashtag. Why a hashtag? We are not here in social media. But basically, a hashtag means I want to go somewhere in my workbook. So let's try all this together. Equal, hyperlink, open parenthesis. We need the link location, so we need something like this. Let's put double quotations. And here I start with the hashtag and I put an apostrophe. You can see it is the same as here. Then we go for an and I need the name East River. The name is here. And after that, what do I have? We have apostrophe and then we have exclamation mark. So let me add those two. So here you have your apostrophe and then you have your exclamation mark. And after that, you have the cell A1. So we're just going to type A1 like this. Now we can close parenthesis, press enter, and you get the same thing. I don't have the dollar signs, but it doesn't matter. Now this name is a bit ugly, right? So we can use the second parameter, which is the friendly name, to give it a nicer name. The name will be get data. So we just select the cell. And let's just put here, let's go back. Let's put a space. Let's do it like this. And here, for example, we can just put the name. So what happened here? We have get data. We have this symbol, and then we have the name of the sheet. Press enter. This is much neater. Now we click on it to see what happens. We go here. Let's give it another try. For example, West. We go to the West one. This is perfect. Now let me show you a second methodology. And in this second methodology, I want to have the link in the dropdown directly. I don't want to have two cells. So how do I do this? Well, what we can do first is create something with the name manager. So how do we do this? We can just go to formulas. You have name manager. I'm just going to delete this. Let's just delete it and have something called new. What we do here is we just select any cell in this sheet. For example, this one, and we call it, for example, D-link. Let's press OK. And you have to follow these steps in this order. If you try to do step 2 directly, it's not going to work. Let's just close this. And now what we're going to do is create a hyperlink. Right click. We go for link here. Insert link. You get a menu like this one, place in this document. And here you see the link. If you had a formula here, it's not gonna work. And we're gonna use a formula in step number 2. So first you create it as if it was a normal cell. You trick Excel, you use it as a link. So now if I click, what happens? I go to this cell. And next, we're gonna use this formula. So I'm just gonna take the formula, Control C, Escape, and I'm gonna go back to my name manager. Let's double click on the link, and here we're gonna change it. We're gonna put it as is, and we're gonna wrap it in indirect. So here we have indirect, we open parentheses, and we close parentheses. Before we press OK, one more thing I want to do, I want to change D2 to this cell. So now I have main and D2. If you don't do this also, it might not work. So we press OK, we are OK, and now when we click, we go to the right place. Another test, south for example, we go to south. I will end with this. If you are really struggling at work with Excel, you could check my courses on Udemy. The link is in the description. Within 30 days, you will be able to do things like this. It will be super easy and super quick. And if you don't progress, there is no risk because Udemy has a money-back guarantee policy, so you can get a refund. So the question is, what are you waiting for?